Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm Doug Hype, not Jackson Dart. My bad. I'm just here to introduce. I'm just here to introduce the future president of the NFL PAs. We got Greengrass Chief down here, and we have Neckbeard Derek over here.
That's right.
Who are? This is not a political show, okay? We're just trying to represent football.
No, we don't attend the RNC just like every other player on the Giants. So Jackson Dart. So yeah, at least many of them were. So no, today we are going to rank quarterbacks though. Will Jackson Dart's brain affect our rankings? We'll find out. We'll find out when we get to them. So let's go ahead and look at our QB tier list. So let me explain it to you guys, because it's a little different. I like doing things unique. I hate like 1 through 5 and all that crap. So I did it differently. So Bob is best of the best, right? Best of the best, one of the greatest 80s movies. Guys, if you haven't watched it, feel free to watch it and turn us off. Other than that, you better stay though. So, all right. So that's Bob. Elite is pretty explanatory. They're elite.
Caleb.
Promising is, Promising is obviously they're good.
Caleb's on coach bump. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can get better. Yeah,
this is the perfect category.
The Caleb Williams category, which is coach bump, which is they're a lot better because of their coach and their system. Maybe they're good. We're not sure, but we think they're very much a product of their system. Starter's pretty straightforward. They're just an NFL starter. They can start. They're not good. They're not bad. They're just a starter. Temp job. You're here for a year. See you later. Just not good. You're just not good. That's the last one. And then the final category is you should probably try coaching and not play quarterback anymore. So I don't know. Maybe nobody will be in there, but I wanted to throw it in there anyway. So we're going to start with Dave's favorite quarterback of all time, Aaron Rodgers. So, Dave.
Wow. He's such a big fan.
Such a fan. Loves that guy. Everything he has to say on the radio, too, and the TV shows. Anyway, go ahead, Dave.
Well, yeah, for that, I was going to say, originally, instead of try coaching, you said use your communication degree. So that way, I'd love to see him go into sports broadcasting.
Yeah.
No, that he's
no, nobody wants to see that. No, that's why we changed it, because we're like, we don't want to. Yeah, we'll just do try coaching. So where do you think he belongs, Dave? We'll let you start.
Honestly, he was on the Steelers last year, and he prevented them from getting a top 10 draft pick, which is what he is every year. Yeah. So I think that qualifies him just as a starter.
Yeah,
I agree. It is kind of a temp job, let's be honest, but he's a starter. He's no better than that. He's just a starter, and that's I guess what the Steelers want. So I'm good with that. Okay.
He'll have like 5 okay games, and then the rest will be terrible. It's not good enough.
Yeah. And well, like the Jets, I mean, the guy doesn't go to OTAs. He comes in late. He starts the season poor, and everyone's like, "Oh, did you see his last 5 games? They were really good." It's like, well, yeah, and they didn't really matter. And the same thing happened with the Steelers. His last 5 games were pretty good. And how did that matter, Steelers fans? It didn't, because you didn't do anything. So that's what's going to happen this year. He'll be kind of good the last 4 or 5 games, and it doesn't matter. All right, moving on to Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. Hype, where does Lamar Jackson go?
Ooh, this is maybe the hardest one, because I love Lamar Jackson, and his mom's his agent and all this stuff. Everyone loves Lamar Jackson, but this last year, he just looked lost. He looked like he had
injuries.
He did have injuries, but that's the problem is like now that he's getting older, does having any injuries actually affect him a lot? So he kind of overall was a Bob before, but now he's borderline, maybe elite. But
you think he's like in between elite and Bob?
I think he's in between elite and promising, really.
No.
He was really bad last year.
2-time MVP cannot be promising.
Yeah, but he's already shown upcoming season here coming.
Dude, he has been the best of the best for multiple seasons. It wasn't a one and done.
I don't think you can be a Bob anymore. Dude, if you're best of the best, there's no way
we're gonna go by one bad season, then I'm gonna put Patrick Mahomes in coach
bump. Like really bad.
He's had 3 bad seasons now in a row, Patrick Mahomes, basically. And so
Patrick Mahomes was still better than him last year. I'm putting him in only elite.
I disagree. All right, I don't know. Dave, what do you think? I think he's Bob, and there's no question about it.
I think he's elite.
All right, fine. You guys win.
And
And by the way, best of
finally
the best.
agree on something. Hooray.
Despite its name, it doesn't have to be one person. There could
No.
be multiple best of the best, but just saying.
But best of all time at least has to make it to one Super Bowl.
No, not GOAT. This is just best of the best right now. Like right now.
Oh, okay.
Are they the
Yeah,
best
best
of the
of
best?
the
That's what I'm saying. This is just for right now going into the next season.
All right. Okay. And
Yeah.
so on that
Wait,
vein,
Dave,
I'm
you lost
putting,
Dave's
I'm
audio.
100%
Yeah.
putting Joe Burrow in best of the best.
Yep.
Injuries aside, he's the best thrower of the football in the National Football League. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. He is the best thrower of the football in the National Football League. He is very much what Aaron Rodgers was for about a decade. The guy just puts it where it needs to go. He's unbelievable. If he stays healthy, he's basically unstoppable. So yeah, he is a Bob.
There are
No questions
people
asked.
that are putting him like way lower for next season because they just
It's
don't
because
think
they
he'll be
forget.
healthy.
It's like they dude. It's recency bias. I don't know what it is, but like, dude, he's basically unstoppable when he's healthy, even with the bad offensive line. So yeah, he's amazing. All right, Dave Shadur Sanders. I mean, elite, right? Best of the best. What do you think?
We don't even know if he's going to be the
He doesn't
starter
even get a
anymore.
temp job.
No,
Just put him
I-
as not good. It's
we didn't put Hansy McGee on here, okay? Because
No, we did
that's temporary. We're not
Yeah.
going to put Hansy McGee on here, but we're going to go with Shadur. So, Dave, where do
Yeah.
you think Shadur goes? Do you think it's a temp job for him? Do you think he's just not good? Do you think he's
I
promising?
just don't think he's good.
You just
Honestly.
no good. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a temp job. I don't know if he's not good, but I definitely don't think he's NFL starter quality. But like, I think he'd be a very good backup for a lot of teams. So I could say temp job, but I'll live with not good.
The thing is that
I-
like he has some qualities that could make him starter level, but the problem is his throwing mechanics, everything's so slow.
So slow,
like,
and he doesn't
there-
have a cannon. You got to have a cannon if you're going to be
It's
slow,
just
dude.
like you just can't see it happening. You're just
No.
like, this is the
The
NFL.
NFL's too fast, dude.
If you,
It's
and
too
you
fast.
know in the stats he gets sacked like the highest rate like ever in history
Yes.
because he takes forever.
Yes, and he's smart and he has a good accurate arm, which is why he's a backup. He's a backup. He's
Yeah,
not a
he's
starter.
definitely just like a backup.
He doesn't have any elite skills at anything, running, timing. I mean, I could maybe his accuracy, you could say, but again, like none of it's starter level. None of it's starter level. So okay, I am good with not good, but I think he might stick around in the league longer than most people think. I think he'll stick around. Okay. Now it's your turn, Doug. Cam Ward. Where do you think we put Cam Ward?
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Do you think he's promising? Do you think he's just a starter? Is he just a dude?
There's a
Number one
lot of
overall
guys
pick?
like this that come along that look like real promising because they have this athletic talent, but they can't put it together right. So we don't really know. That's what makes it hard, right? He was like kind of okay last year, but like kind of bad. So like, and I didn't probably watch enough of his games to really know.
I
that
didn't watch
much.
enough either, but every Titans fan that I know, which is only a few, by the way, but like they say Cam was not the problem on offense. And the
Sure,
fact
so,
that he
like,
was
does
a
that put him at
rookie,
starter level for now.
I
Because
think
like,
promising is fair. He was a number one overall pick. He had no talent around him, and everyone
it
that
was
did
it was-
watch the games says that he was good and he was getting better, and he wasn't the issue with.
Yeah,
the
it was his coaching, the play calling. The coach got
it's
fired
just
for a
that you
reason,
got
right?
starter, then coach bump, then promising. Promising is like right borderline of elite, and I don't think he's near elite. You know what I mean?
Well,
There's no.
That's fair. We can adjust it. I guess just for this season, you're right. Like, is this going to be his breakout year?
Like,
guess
I don't have any
maybe-
reason to think he's promising. You
No,
know what I
get
mean?
that.
Sure.
I get that. We could say this year he's still just a dude.
Because
He's
there's
just
always a guy like him
starter.
every
Yeah.
year that has a big
And,
arm.
and
that
we need
think
to
is
see
gonna
a
be
little
good.
more before he's like a promising.
He could just
guy.
be Kirk Cousins, and that
Yeah.
might be a ceiling for him,
And
honestly.
you know what? That's an NFL starter. And
Yeah,
yep,
and this
you,
is
you
not to
make
say
a
he's
ton
bad
of
at
money.
all.
if
It's
you're
just that
but-
being like near elite is really hard.
All right. Okay. No, I'm good with that.
I like
I'm good with
that. Good call.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, now this is a tough one for me because I've seen a lot of Daniel Jones and I'm not a believer, but he was so good for 9 games and they just paid him. So I'm like, is it a coach bump? Is he actually promising? Is he just a starter? I feel like he kind of belongs in coach bump. Like he was terrible on the Giants. He goes to a different system with Indianapolis and he just looks different because, again, coaching matters. Dave says it all the time. And I always say 95% of quarterbacks are the way they are because of their talent and the coaching around them. So
And
I think he's 100% a coach bump guy.
And I truly believe in Shane Steichen. When Steichen had Jalen Hurts, They almost beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They lost 38-35. That's what got stuck in this head coaching job. And then they didn't give him jack squat to deal with from the quarterback position until this last year.
I mean,
so,
they drafted Anthony Richardson. He was rolling out Carson Wentz, and I think
he's like in the Joe Flacco category. Like he has all these traits where he's like, a decent enough starter, and he'll have like a few flashes of being really good.
Well, and people forget how athletic he is. Like he's extremely fast, and he falls over his own feet when he runs for long touchdowns. But he's athletic, so I think he's definitely a coach bump guy.
Yeah, I think when they signed him, they expected him to just be the temp job. I think they were hoping that he would push the other guy, and he actually elevated himself up to coach bump. So.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Fair enough. All right, so Coach Bump it is. Dave, now we're on to CJ Stroud. I tried to find a picture of him with his new haircut. Couldn't find one in his Texas uniform, obviously. Nobody AI'd that one yet. But this is a difficult one because, he is an Ohio State quarterback. He had one good year that people are still living on. What do you think he is, Dave?
They just picked up his option, but I don't see them giving him the big extension. I think this is just some kind of Biden time. They're like, well, we gotta stick you around. And I think they might draft a quarterback this next year, honestly.
Especially if he has a season like he did. You think he's a temp job?
I think he's a temp job.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I almost was thinking about putting him in not good.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, since his rookie year, he has not been good. He's been average. You could say maybe he's a starter. But, dude, he was so bad at the end of the year that, I think you're right, Dave. I think if he has another year close to what he had last year, the Texans are looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, because they could win a Super Bowl with that defense, so they're going to be like, dude, we gotta move on this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was holding them back. So, okay, I'm good with that. All right, Hype, we're on to the prince himself, Trevor Lawrence. So, what are you going to do with Trevor Lawrence?
Did he actually get the haircut? Or is that just a fake? Yeah, that's fake.
Oh, if Trevor Lawrence cut his hair, I'm moving him down on the tier list.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
Pretty sure that was fake.
I
think he's promising, right? Like he's had a good year last year.
Really good year.
Yeah,
a really good year. And I think it's been a while. And you could say he's coach bump because he got a new offensive system and looked completely different.
Yeah,
but you got to remember, this guy has been good before. He has shown a lot of skill. I think promising is fair. He's not elite yet. I need to see one more year of that, right?
The reason he's promising and he's above coach bump is because look what happened. They got Travis Hunter didn't do nothing. Brian Thomas Jr. washed out. Yeah. Everyone expected the Jaguars to fall apart, and he comes out with guns a-blazing.
He was killing it
with Jacoby Myers.
He was killing
Darnell
with
Washington.
Not a lot of elite offensive weapons around him, none. Basically,
it was kind of shocking.
Yeah, no, dude, I was really impressed with what Trevor Lawrence did last year. That's kind of what we were expecting maybe 2 years ago from him. But again, he got a new coach, he got a good offensive system, and he shows that he can cook. I think promising is very fair. Okay,
if he continues it this year again, he could push himself into elite. Then that's
Yep. All right, now it's my turn into the richest quarterback of all time, Kirk O'Chains. And it's fucking true. It's sad, but it's true. He's the richest quarterback that's ever lived. And he's now in Los Angeles, or now in Vegas, making more money. And it's a temp job, and he knows it, and everybody knows it. And they made the Step Brothers video, and it was all funny. And it is what it is, man. Listen, just find Kirk O'Chains' manager, and just see if he can give you some financial advice. Anybody who needs to make money, because if Kirk O'Chains is the highest paid quarterback of all time, mad respect to his financial people, because that's ridiculous. Okay, so moving on to his teammate Mendoza. I mean, we don't know a bunch about him, Dave. I mean, do we put him in promising? Are you a believer in Mendoza? Do you think he's just a guy? What do you think it is, Dave? What do you think Mendoza is?
With him, we haven't seen anything. We're not going to see anything, hopefully, until the second half of the season. So I'm fine with just saying promising for now, realistically.
Okay. Or we could just put him in starter just for this year. Because remember, what is he doing this year, right? Is he just a starter? He is the number one overall pick. So, but we got Cam Ward down there. So that's all I'm saying. Okay.
There are reports coming out of Raiders OTAs that he looked amazing, right? But that's just practice. So,
dude,
that's standing around in shorts.
But it's good to hear that. I mean, it's good.
Everybody said McCarthy looked amazing in practice, guys. Like,
No.
don't buy any of
That
Don't buy
I don't know if
any of
that's
that
true.
shit. Do
That
not
was
buy
just
it.
dumb Viking fans.
In fact, the more they're talking about how good they look in practice, the more I'm sure they suck. So, like, yeah, let's not even go there.
that could be true if we're going on the Vikings vibe. Yeah.
All right. Now, again, we're talking this year. So we're going to Patrick Mahomes now, Doug. So this isn't Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl MVP.
Oof.
This is Patrick Mahomes kind of 3 bad years in a row on
Is
offense.
he coach bump right now?
Coming off of an injury. Is he still elite? That's my question. This year, is Mahomes still elite?
Is he down to coach bump?
Oh, he might be, dude.
He could be coach
does that
bump.
seem fair? I mean, I struggle putting him in elite. You can't say he's promising because he's already done it all, right?
Right.
So, but again, he offensively, he has been their, leading rusher. So it's not all his fault, but
Right.
his throwing has been pretty mediocre the last 2 or 3 years, like bad passes, inaccuracy down the field, bad timing, bad decision making. He's relying on all the magic, and he's not necessarily always doing the small things. And it's kind of a trend. So I think he's still elite.
His
but
PFF grade is really bad. It's
he was
70.
bad, dude. He's been bad. Maybe bad is a stretch. He's been not a top 10 quarterback for 3 years now. He just turns it on in the playoffs, and his defense won of a bunch of games, and he's made a couple great plays. But overall, his consistency level at a quarterback position has been really disappointing, like extremely disappointing, and just so many bad throws, dude. Just so many bad throws.
In 2023, his pass rating for PFF was 85, which is you could still put him around elite, but then the next year 77 and 70.
Yeah, he's not just a guy though. Is he legitimately Andy Reid's coach bump? Is that what it really is?
Last year, per Pro Football Reference, he had 17.9% bad percentage for accuracy.
Yeah, that's not good.
So 18% of his throws were bad.
Yeah, it's really high for a quote unquote elite quarterback. That's ridiculously high. So I think right now maybe it's coach bump. Maybe it's because he doesn't have talent around him, or maybe he's just a guy that turns it on when he needs to, and that's all he needs to do.
And that's true. I mean? He does kind of rise to the occasion, but now with this injury and what happens if his mobility gets limited?
And this is what I'm saying. We're not basing this on what he did in the past, even though we're saying it's been bad, but we're using that as a barometer to say, what do you expect this year?
Yeah.
This year, I expect him to still be a good quarterback, but coming off an injury with the way he's been playing, I think he's coach bump level. I'll definitely put him ahead of Daniel Jones just so people don't freak out. But I would rather have Trevor Lawrence this year than Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
This
if you were drafting a team
just this year,
and and just hypothetically you were drafting a team, you might take Mendoza over him because what is
but again, I don't want to. We could do a different one with fantasy and who I would draft.
I'm just saying that that's how low he's gone to the point
where the injury
where
plays into it for me too. The fact that he is going to miss some games, but I think that's where he is right now.
That injury could affect him for the rest of his career.
Yeah, and I think we have to put Mendoza down to starter until we actually see him play. He's promising, but if we got Cam Ward down there, I can't put Mendoza up there with no data.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
that's fine.
All right, so moving on to the quarterback that everyone hates or everyone loves and has lots of opinions on him, Justin Herbert. What is this guy?
Dude, I don't know. Whose turn is it to pick?
Crap. It is. I just did Patty Mahomes. So Dave, it's on
your turn. Me.
Yeah. So where do you think Justin Herbert is? Do you think he's elite? Because a lot of people seem to think he is.
Well, he threw for 5,000 yards his second season, and now he has a brilliant offensive mind pulling the strings. He has a solid offensive line. He has everything out there. I think he is promising, and this could be the year that bumps up to elite. I really think it is.
This could be the year.
And that's where it gets difficult, because I'm saying because of his offensive coach,
right?
He's going to be that makes you think that maybe it's coach bump, but I still think he's done well enough. He's played through injuries, which has kind of hurt him.
He's done a lot with a little, but he's also had a bunch of terrible games when they needed to win. And
when you actually have to
Charger,
win games,
so it might not be his fault. It might just be maybe it's reverse coach bump because it's you're on the Chargers, you just suck in the playoffs. So
he's like Phillip Rivers 2.0, even though he's not the same guy. Right?
I'm comfortable with him here, though. I am very comfortable with him here because he did a lot with very little, and he deserves respect. So hype onto you, living in Colorado, all the Bo
Ooh.
Nix fans around you. Where do we put Mr. Bo Nix? Where does he belong?
This is really tough because I saw him against the Packers and he tore up the Packers.
It's not tough.
Yeah,
This
he
is
did.
the most
Yeah,
obvious
he
of
did.
all.
It's beautiful.
You guys think it's
It's
Coach
Yeah,
Bump?
Dave,
huh?
no, this is an easy one, Doug. It's the most obvious of all of them. It's the most obvious of all.
You think he's Coach Bump?
100% Coach Bump. The Sean Payton system is exactly what Bo Nix needs to survive in the NFL. He is a very good and smart and athletic guy, but you look at his yards per throw, he's not good at getting the ball down the field. And he needs to throw in the quick short passing game. And the Sean Payton offense is absolutely perfect for him. He's Drew Brees 2.0 that's actually can run.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew Brees did have a cannon. Drew could throw.
Drew Brees, a cannon is a stretch. Drew Brees was very
I don't know
accurate
that I would say that Bo has one.
No, Drew Brees was very accurate down the field.
And that's one of the interesting things about Bo is his yard per throw isn't much, but the yak is actually pretty damn high. And his wide receivers aren't the type where a yak is something. That means he's placing it
in the right place because
stride.
the Sean Payton offense is meant to do that. It's hit them when they're running full speed. You catch it at 4, but you get 7 out of it, right?
Yep.
That's the whole point of that offense. And like it worked for years in New Orleans, and it still works now.
Now, I will say one caveat. If he's playing against the Packers cornerbacks, he's elite. Okay.
So am I.
In that situation, he is not. I saw it with my own eyes. I was like, he outplayed Jordan Love in that game. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, but Denver's defense is fantastic, and the Packers defense.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like,
in
this situation?
No, but that was Bo Nix's best game of his entire life that week, too. He was like, dude, he did throw like a 30-yard drop, like a dime. And I was like, damn.
He did that like 4 times. It was actually very impressive.
Yeah, no, he was really good in that game. And I will give him credit. But
he had Micah chasing after him for half the game, too. You got to give him credit for that one.
And again, if he keeps it up, maybe I'll change my mind to promising. But I think Bo Nix has a very set ceiling. And it's never going to be elite, but that doesn't mean he can't win Super Bowls. That doesn't mean he can't win a ton of games.
I think he's a little bit more promising than Coach Bump, but I'm fine with Coach Bump. It's like he's somewhere around that area.
All right. Okay. I think for now, if I see another year of
I like Bo Nix. It's not like I'm like, I'm a big Bo Nix believer. Yeah. I just hate the fact that he's having so much success and he beat the Packers. I'm not happy.
We'll put him in front of Daniel Jones. Okay. Now it's my turn. Drake May. I think it's pretty clear that he's promising. I think he probably will be elite at some point. But after last year, he did a lot again with a pretty mediocre offensive line, not a ton of offensive weapons around him. He had a lot of games where he carried the team by himself. He is more athletic than people realize. I think he is the definition of promising. He's a promising quarterback.
He is. What's funny is PFF ranks the Patriots as the 3rd best team for WAR, like total, if they combine all the WAR, which you wouldn't think that, right? Yeah. But apparently the Patriots have a better roster than we think, and they played an easy schedule. So a lot of people think, Drake May's not that good, but he was 2nd in MVP. So it's like, you can only play the games and the things that are in front of you, right?
There's a chance that he doesn't have as good of a year this year as last year, but I don't think that means he's not promising. I've seen enough to say that like this guy can carry a team.
That's why I'm saying like some people might put him in elite after being 2nd in MVP, right?
Yeah. I'm not ready yet, but like he's getting there. He's getting there. You know, to be elite,
different arrows in different directions, right? His arrow's pointing towards.
I feel like to be elite, I need to see probably 2, more likely 3 seasons of you kicking ass, right? Like that's kind of where I'm like, hey, right? Yes. So at least 2 seasons, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, Dave, Josh Allen. So temp job?
No conversation.
Just kidding. Yeah, he's best of the best. In fact, we can put him ahead of Burrow. I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL and will be this year.
If you include him running dudes over on defense.
Well, that's part of his job. He's run dudes over. Rushing touchdowns, like, yeah, he does it. He does everything.
He can play running back almost. It's so weird, even though he's awkward.
He's cut down on the turnovers. You know, he manages to win at home, away, indoors, outdoors, in the snow, whatever. Like there is no situation where a team has Josh Allen on lockdown. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, he deserves to be Bob for sure. No question about it. All right, Doug, Malik Willis.
Yes.
Where's your guy going to go? Where's he going to go?
I think, is he in Coach Bump?
Yes. Yes, he is. Now you could say starter, because he has shown flashes, but I almost feel like Malik Willis in the right system could be better
He's the
than
definition
a
of coach bump, right?
He could be better than a starter. Yeah, but
he
it's
literally
all
in
depending on
the dictionary
system.
coach bump. It's Malik Willis,
and he's probably like on the end of coach bump, right?
Yeah.
Like these guys are way ahead of him, but like I think he has shown he's better than a starter. But we'll figure it out. But he's to me the definition of coach. Go ahead, Dave.
Two of the things that I really love about him is when we're talking about completion percentage, when he got to start 7 games, in and out because of some of the injuries, 74%. Last year, he had 85% completion percentage. When you look at his bad throwing percentage, last year in those 4 games that I said, 5% were bad throws.
He's
the year before that, only 13% were bad throws out of 7 games. That
if you
can
be
say
less
something
than 10,
about coach, but that right there says that's promising.
The guy you can see, like, again, we've only seen flashes, but dude, he made some fucking dimes when he was in. And it's just
if
like,
he did that through a whole season, he would definitely be promising, but he only did it for like what, 7 games or something.
Right now he's coach bump, but again,
Yeah.
if you got a guy like Malik Willis, you should be excited that he's coach bump because he's so athletic and he's gifted, and you can build an offense to take care, like, to promote those.
Yeah,
talents.
coach bump's not like a bad category.
No. Everybody in coach bump right here. I mean, at least those 3 guys.
Coach bump means you're a good starter, a really
are
good
like
starter.
you're gonna win playoff games with those guys.
Yeah,
you're
good,
going to win playoff games with those guys.
That's
right.
Better about my fantasy football trade where I traded picks for Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Doug took Malik Willis and coach bump. Geno Smith, I think you should try coaching, bro. I think you should try coaching, bro. Like, dude, you've still got talent, but you're back to the Jets now. Like, I kind of wish for Jets fans. Like, I don't have any hatred towards Jets fans. Like, I almost feel their pain a little bit. Not really, but like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, God, it sucks to be a Jets fan. They're getting Geno back. He was so bad last year for the Raiders. It was atrocious. And I hope that changes, but like, I think it might be time for Geno to hang him up. I don't like the way. I don't like his decision making. His accuracy downfield is really bad sometimes. He doesn't have the same athleticism to use his legs like he used to. So, yeah. And I'm not even saying he's not necessarily good. I just think maybe it's time to move on, Geno. So that's
it's almost like they're script writers. He's going to the freaking Jets and Aaron. It's like somebody in the universe decides we're going to have to do everything we can to make the Jets as bad as possible at all times.
And I could put him in at temp job, but it's like, dude, I feel bad for you, Geno. Like, don't stay with the Jets and try to make that work. So, all right, now Dave, your guy, Mr. Dak Prescott.
I love Dak.
He does. He loves Dak.
Every other, I crave the Dak.
Yeah,
can't get enough of the Dak.
Anyone who knows Dave knows that he loves the Dak all the time.
Every other year for him is elite. He had another great year last year. It helped getting George Pickens. He had a fantastic year. And every other year he gets hurt. But in his healthy seasons, I believe he's elite.
I agree.
He's had great coaches, but I think he's made his coaches look good too. So I think he's elite.
I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was in the camp that Dak was overrated, but I think I've come around now because Dak is limited in what he does in certain areas, but like, dude can make throws. He makes good decisions. He's done it with different coordinators and different coaches. And like, he just keeps pumping out numbers and putting up points. Like, he deserves to be called elite. Like, I'm a general Cowboys hater. I hate the Cowboys. Like, when I wake up and before I go to sleep, and like, Dak kind of grew on me, man. Cause he's good. He's elite. He's earned the right to be called elite. So I agree with you, Dave. I agree with you. Yep. Okay. Doug, this one might be more controversial. Jalen Hurts. Where do we put this guy?
If there's anybody that's a Jalen Hurts hater on the planet, it's me. I'm the number one Jalen Hurts player. Because I think of myself, I don't think he's very good. I watched him play him and especially last year, he was kind of terrible. He didn't rally. He could have lifted the team up and raised them back to being a legit contender and galvanized the team. And the team was just, there was none of that. It was almost sad. You almost felt bad. Somehow you almost felt bad for the Eagles, which is impossible, right? And sure, he's a nice guy and everything, but then I went back and looked at like how good his teams were when he went to the Super Bowl, and PFF rated them as like all-time great rosters. Like their WAR, wins above replacement, was like literally like way above everyone else in the league, like way above. And I'm like, literally Joe Flacco could have won the Super Bowl with them. So that is the kind of situation he's been in. And it's like, when has he done really good with the team when the team hasn't had like an amazing roster? I mean, even last year, the roster was really good.
Yeah.
If you put an elite quarterback on that roster, they might be a Super Bowl team last year, right?
Well, they were the year before. And that's the thing is I kind of agree with you. The team doesn't rely on Jalen Hurts to win football games because they've got so many other players that are just better football
Is he
players.
just a starter?
No, he's a coach. He's a coach bump, I feel.
Oh, coach bump, yeah.
Because
something like that.
he has succeeded when others around him have been very good, but he's good enough to where if he's playing well, you can win a Super Bowl because he's just good. When
you know when they always say Jalen Hurts is a winner, well, also JJ McCarthy is also just a winner, right? In college, JJ McCarthy. What did JJ McCarthy do in college? Hand the ball off.
I know you don't like Hurts, but do not put JJ McCarthy in the same.
But I'm saying in college, right? Like when he's
don't do that.
Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls in the
NFL. And he was amazing in both of them, by the way. And so honestly,
but what I'm saying is everybody say Jalen Hurts is a winner when they argue that he's a good quarterback, and that's the same argument.
I don't think everyone's saying Jalen Hurts is a winner. There's a lot of people are saying that this might be his last year in Philly.
Yeah,
because they don't believe him because he had a bad year last year. My counter to that is everyone says they love Tom Brady. He's a winner. Look at that fire when he's yelling and bitching at everyone on the sidelines and he's barking at them like a dog. You drop Tom Brady with that attitude in the toxic situation that they have in Philadelphia, where 2 years ago, you see Jalen Carter is tearing into the head coach on the sidelines and the coach tries to come back and the defensive line coach comes back and he pushes Sirianni back. It all starts with Sirianni. That's a caustic thing.
Well,
Tom Brady can't solve the Eagles' problem. Jalen Hurts is the other side where he's just like, no, let's just stay calm. We'll get through this, ride it out. It's a different way of approaching it. But yeah, he's definitely coach bump, but I don't think that he's, if you get him a good offensive coordinator, you're going to the Super Bowl. If you get a shit predictable offensive coordinator like they had last year, like they had 3 years ago, maybe you make the play.
Well, he's just limited physically. He's bad at throwing. Like last year, he was so bad.
I like throwing the football. He does not impress me, but he can get hot. And guess what? Dudes that get hot at the right time make the Hall of Fame. Like they just do, right? Like I'm also a Tom Brady hater, in case anybody wanted to know, because he won all of his freaking Super Bowls because of his defense. But you know what Tom Brady did? He played his best when it mattered most, and that's all you need to do. And if Jalen Hurts is that guy and he's crap 9 games out of the year, but in 3 playoff games, he's amazing, guess what? He's an all-time great. Like, so, right now I'd say he's coach bump because he needs personnel and he needs people around him to be successful. But like, dude, I think he can get better. He definitely needs work on his throwing. But, I mean, I'd almost be willing to put him in promising because, guys, he's still young, right? He's 26 right now, 26 this year. So I don't know, but there's a lot of bad too.
Well, just watching him play football this last season, he was very bad. Like you play the Packers and stuff. Like he was the reason they were losing games. It was him.
Yeah,
well, it's also, I think a lot of it's schematic though too. You have Sirianni was hired for offense, and he doesn't want to take any of the blame for the offense. So
Howie
he keeps
Roseman
shoveling other people.
Put together an amazing roster, but in order to do that, he put a lot of crazy people on the team. Like there's a lot of head cases in there, and yes, Sirianni's part of the problem too. But they also draft guys, and they don't care about their personal profile. And it's Philadelphia. Why should they? If any franchise shouldn't care if you have potential jail time in your future, it's probably Philadelphia.
Well, and Sirianni also got one of the best offensive line coaches in the league to finally say, "Screw it, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
you finally pissed off the offensive line coach. He is perhaps what helped to get your Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl appearances because of the strength of that line, right?
Yeah,
he's finally fed up with the toxicness. That all comes Sirianni. That all goes down to the OC as well. So
you know what?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is the epitome of coach bump / promising.
And he beat Patrick the last time they played, so I got to put him in front of Patrick.
This is for this year. I love it.
Yep, that's what I'm saying for this year. Yep, okay.
But it's not all right. But it's not just this year. He was even worse last year. Last year, his PFF passing was only a 70. I mean,
I know. Again, he's still got the ability to win you football games.
In his whole career, he's had 2 good passing seasons, and the rest of them were like not good. That's it. Too good.
I'm just saying, if we started this year with Bo Nix or Jalen Hurts as our quarterback in Green Bay, I'd be way more excited with Jalen Hurts. I just would be, with the good and the bad. I just would be. So
70 rushing yards in a Super Bowl and 300 yards passing.
And he's already won, dude. He's already won
Kansas
it.
City.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say he's already won it. So like you got to give him his respect there. Okay. Now let's move on to an interesting one, Dave. One of the better quarterbacks, maybe the best quarterback from that draft class, maybe not. We'll see. Jaden Daniels, Dave. Where do we put Jaden Daniels? Is he still promising? Is it coach bump? Is, he almost looked elite his first year. I mean, where do we put him?
Because of the question mark, because of the injury, I think he gets to stay in promising.
I'm good with that. Yeah. He was so good his first year. But he had a lot of magic moments like Caleb did last year that just aren't repeatable. And we know that. But and he's skinny and he might get injured a lot. But dude, he can throw the football. The thing about Jaden Daniels that people don't give him enough credit for he is very athletic, but he threw some darts 50 yards down the field that were just pinpoint perfect, like perfect throws. And I'm just like, yeah, that guy's got it. And remember, LSU, he was just throwing the ball all over the place. And yes, LSU has receivers everywhere, but like the guy
Arizona State.
I'm sorry, Arizona State. Arizona State. He was putting the ball all over the place. And so yeah, he's got an arm.
Oh no,
so
yeah, you're right. It was Arizona State and LSU.
Then LSU.
My
right.
apologies.
Thank you. Yeah, no, you're right. Thank you. That's okay. He played
NIL is killing me, man. It's killing me.
Yeah, sorry. But no, and when he went to LSU, Dave, he wasn't that hyped coming out of Arizona State, right?
Right.
So I think he surprised people at first, but like he just keeps doing it, man. So yeah, he's definitely a promising guy. All right, Doug. Our favorite RNC representative, Jackson Dart, he's got his back turned to us because he can't face anyone in his own locker room now. So we just decided to show his back. The idiot.
I know.
All right, so is he promising? Is he a coach bump? Is he just a starter? Because, dude, I got him on my fantasy team, and I've seen him do some great things, and I've seen him do some really stupid things on the football field and off. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd put him in promising yet. I don't know if I'm ready.
He's not promising.
So is he a coach bump? Is he just a starter that's kind of electric and fun to watch this year? I think maybe that's a good place for him. Right?
I mean, I would starters as the highest I would put him as starter. I would almost put him at temp job. I just
no, I wouldn't put him at temp job. No.
Do we see these guys come around all the time? They have a little bit of a flash and they do some things, and then but when you actually have to really learn an offense and really process and really do all the things, it's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, starter is probably the best spot for him.
Yeah, and again, he was exciting to watch, but I think starter's pretty
There's
good.
difference between exciting. I mean, Malik Willis was exciting too, but do you really expect him to be winning 12 games a season? No.
I mean, they were still terrible last year. They lost a lot of those games, guys, which is why they drafted their 9th defensive end. So, all right, moving on to the new Atlanta Falcon, Tua Tagovailoa. And, he's had some skills. He's had some honest, decent play here and there, but I feel like this is just a temp job for him. Maybe it'll work out with Stefanski, but I'm just not ready to say Tua is a full starter even, because he had one year where he was second in the league in passing yards, but he has too many inconsistent games. He's too reliant on the short passing game. He moves the ball without scoring enough points is what I would say about Tua. And it's almost infuriating to watch at times. So maybe this year in Atlanta will tell us something different because he has a lot of weapons around him. It's on turf. Maybe that's better for him because it's more of a quick passing game for some teams. I don't know, but I think temp job fits him pretty well. What do you guys think?
Yeah. He could be a starter level, but it just feels like temp job at this point.
I think so. Until further notice.
Yeah, he made some passes that looked like his brains have been scrambled, and you're just wondering why. So that's why it's
a lot of concussions for that poor kid,
and he can't see over the offensive line.
And he doesn't have a strong arm. He's got a very, very accurate arm, but it's just not strong enough to push the ball down the field. And defenses know that, and it's a problem. So, all right, moving on, Dave's turn to Tyler Shuck down in New Orleans. What do we think Tyler Shuck is? Is he a starter? Is he a coach bump because he's in a Kellen Moore offense? I mean, he did have his moments, but
the last month of the season was pretty exciting where he threw for 302 of the games. He threw for, 75% in the game. So, but I really believe it's Kellen Moore. I really believe it's an efficient system. I believe it's coach bump
or starter which is lower because I think he's here with
I think he's a starter because of his coach.
Right. Yeah.
And
so
I think starters his ceiling.
Yeah. Starters right this year. His starters his ceiling. I agree. But Kellen
Moore
might make him.
Yes. Because I don't think he's going to be a temp job. I think he's going to be good enough because of his coach that they'll leave him as starter and they'll try to build around him. So I think starter's a good call here.
Yeah, I like him. I like him right there around the Mendoza, Dart, Cam Ward area.
The Mendoza line.
Yeah, because to be honest, when he got drafted, I was like, oh, this is a temp job. He's no good. And then I was like, oh, he actually, maybe Kellen Moore made him better than I thought, or maybe he was better than I thought. But I feel like, he's right around there. So under the Mendoza line, batting under 200. So, okay. All right. Hype. Bryce Young.
Oh, man.
This might not be
on the Mendoza line.
You already know how I feel like Jalen Hurts, Bryce Young. Okay.
Is it a temp job? Because some Panthers fans are saying he's got it. Some people are saying if he has a bad year, he's out and they're going to draft somebody.
I think he's starter because you could. I don't know if he's promising, but I think he's starter.
No, he's not promising.
He's
Sorry.
Not promising. I know. That's why I said he's not promising.
I know he was the number 1 overall pick, but I think he's better than people give him credit for. I feel like he's just kind of a bang average NFL starter.
I mean, if you're putting the Saints quarterback into starter, he's got to be in starter.
Yeah, and I feel like, he's more like here, right behind Rodgers, right? Like, I feel like he's there.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's not even coach bump. Like, I don't even know if he has a skill set that would let him be extremely successful in the NFL. Like, he's smart. He's athletic.
He's a game manager. He's like a decent quarterback game manager, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, the way they're building that Panthers franchise, I keep saying it, build with defense, run the ball. You can win games with guys like this. You can win games this way, right? And maybe Bryce is better than we thought, but I think right now, he's just a starter. And maybe he's a temp job guy if he doesn't have a good year and they decide to move on. That's also possible. Okay. Bake Show. Is Bake Show elite, guys?
The Bake Show? Oh, man,
is it a coach bump? Because you can't say he's promising. He's been in the league for.
He's had a new OC every year, so I don't know. He bumps the coaches actually.
Yeah, it should be Baker bump.
But he's not elite. Should I make a new category that's just Baker?
Yeah, you put BB for Baker bump.
Yeah, Baker
all right,
bump.
You know what? All right, I'm gonna add a row above.
Add a row for Baker bump,
and we're just gonna say Bake Show because I kind of feel that's right where he is. Like. He's not promising. He's not elite. It's not a coach bump because
we've seen as good as he can get.
And
okay,
he's Bake Show. Good. That's right where he is. He's right there. He's Bake Show. That's just his own category. He gets. You know what, Baker? You're a unique guy. You get your own category. I think that's more than fair because that's right where he belongs. I feel like so. There you go, Bake Show. The Bake Show category. Okay. Jacoby Brissett, who beat out the Vikings' new quarterback for the starter position. So where do we put Jacoby Brissett?
Temp job.
He wants money. Is it a temp job? Is he a legitimate starter in the NFL?
He's a temp job.
I mean, he's a temp job. Okay. I'm just, just trying to create discussion, but it's a temp job, even if he gets paid. But hey, Jacoby, go get your money, dude. If you're going to start.
Kyler Murray's coming up soon.
Dude. All right. I think I skipped somebody. Did I skip you on that, Dave? Sorry.
No,
okay.
that was a no-brainer.
Okay, so Dave, Brock Purdy.
Coach bump.
Yeah, obviously. He is the definition of coach bump. Every Kyle Shanahan quarterback is the definition of coach bump because you know why? They all suck everywhere else they play, and they look amazing in San Francisco. Surprise, surprise. And this isn't me hating on Purdy. He's a good player.
You could almost call this the Brock Purdy category because he is so coach bumped.
He's 100% coach bump. I'm saying him and Bo Nix are the same to me. He
plays great even when all the teams hurt, but then they put in a backup and the backup plays just as good. And you're like, what?
Dude, I'm saying again, now Sam Darnold played 2 games, looked amazing, went to the Vikings, looked good, right? But Jimmy Garoppolo looked pretty damn good, went to other teams, was trash. Like, I don't think it matters how good you are at quarterback in the Kyle Shanahan system. You just have the same dude. If you look at Brock Purdy's numbers, Kaepernick's numbers, and Garoppolo's numbers, like over a 3-year span for each of them, they're almost identical for each of them in a 9-year span, 3 years of each of those quarterbacks. Like the numbers are identical because Shanahan just builds a system that allows a quarterback to do certain things. And he's the
but he gets like a superpower coach bump. Shanahan makes it. Sometimes he's very, very good.
Dude, Shanahan has not won a Super Bowl, and he may never, but I still think he should be in the Hall of Fame just for making dudes a bunch of
for
money.
just coach bumping.
Yeah, dude. Like,
This should be called the Shanahan coach bump category. Like, should be an honorary award for him.
Dude, the Matt Ryan MVP I call the Kyle Shanahan award, because like Matt Ryan won that MVP because of Kyle Shanahan, not because of Matt Ryan. And then he goes to San Francisco and he just
Matt LaFleur was also part of that coach bump.
That's true. He was. So yeah, but yeah, Kyle Purdy for sure. Okay, Doug, Sam Darnold, is he elite now? Is he elite? 2 years of him playing extremely well and winning a Super Bowl.
He kind of looked trash in the Super Bowl, kind of, though.
I don't think trash is the right word for it.
It was not very good. I'm like, is he elite now?
Well, he blew the Rams up, though, in the playoffs.
He did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He destroyed the 49ers.
I'm kind of just picking at straws here, or whatever you call it, like, nitpicking.
I mean, dude, he's still only 27, 28.
I think he's an elite now.
Is he elite? He could be
promising. Is he promising?
He's not that old. Let's remember,
he's
guys.
He's won a Super Bowl. That can get you elite.
Is he right next to Trevor Lawrence?
I feel like he's on the end of elite.
You think he's right by Dak?
I think 2 years of him just being fantastic. It's like this year I expect him to be elite. And if he's not, okay, we're wrong. We'll move back down.
I'm just saying my one caveat is he did not look elite in the Super Bowl, even though he did do really good against the Rams.
Yeah, and through most of the season, like he had one bad game all year, and it was against the Rams, believe it or not, and then he cooked him in the NFC Championship game. So like that too to me is like, yo, that's elite.
That is very good. I'm just saying, if he had played well in the Super Bowl and not like meh, he would be like hardcore elite. He would be like above Dak.
He's on the end of elite. We'll agree. He's on the end of elite. He's brand new.
Hardcore elite's a different thing altogether.
Yeah. He's brand new to elite. He could be taken out right away.
Saying. Like,
he could be taken out.
I'm just trying to
Yeah. Yep. I get you.
Whatever.
No,
I'm within the elite category.
I'm good with elite. I'm totally good with that. Okay, Stafford, guys. I think it's my turn. I think Bob is fair. I mean, he's the MVP last year. If he makes it through the season, he's going to be one of the best of the best. And so, and I like him after Burrow too. Even though he had a better season, even though he is the reigning MVP, I still think Burrow and Allen are both better than him. So I'm putting him on the end of Bob, but he's definitely Bob, best of the best. Okay, Dave. Jared Goff.
He's a starter. He's had elite coaching, hasn't done much with it. I think he's just a starter.
You don't think he's even coach bump, huh?
I don't think he's a coach bump.
I mean, he did have McVay and kind of sucked for McVay. So like
exactly. And then he had Ben Johnson, and he had great seasons, but he still didn't make it far in the playoffs. So I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a starter.
I think he's a very high level starter, but yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. Okay. All right, Doug. Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett's backup. What do we do with this?
Try coaching. Video games on Twitch. That's your future, baby. Try coaching.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm really curious. What his PFF ratings. Now, I mean, no, PFF is not the end of the world, but I just want to get a little bit of like perspective here of like what other people think of his abilities. Oh, okay. So 220 and 221, he had a 77 to 86. In 224, he did have a 77 passing rating, which is not great, but like, okay. So I think he's like a 70-ish. So that makes him like starter level, basically. Ish, maybe.
He should be. He was the number 1 overall pick. And yes, it's the Cardinals who are a mess. I think this year is going to tell us a lot. He's got a good offensive line. That's why I'm saying you got the Saints quarterback guy right there. Yeah. He might be just around the CJ Stroud area, right? In between those two guys. I think he's better than CJ. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. But he's around that area.
No, he's better. I feel like he's there, maybe. I don't know. Like, I think he is this year a starter with the Vikings, but like, I don't know long term.
If I had to pick, him or Jackson Dart, I might pick Jackson Dart over him for this season, but like around that. Right.
I think I'd pick him this year just because of the weapons in Minnesota.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I'm just grading off of like how good they are just by themselves.
Yeah. I get that. No, that's fair. I think right here is good for him.
Around that area.
Yeah, starter. Okay. Which is funny. He's ahead of Jacoby Brissett, who beat him out last year.
That is.
Just gonna say it. I'm just gonna keep saying it, Vikings fans. Remember that Jacoby Brissett beat him out for the job. Okay. All right. Now it's my turn.
Uh-oh.
And I don't care if anyone calls me a homer. I don't care if you think I'm wrong. Jordan Love is elite.
Yeah,
after last year, he is elite. I've seen 3 years of him playing top-level quarterback football, And yes, he's got a lot to work on. Yes, he can still get better, but he carried a team with a bad offensive line and a bunch of young receivers that weren't that great, and his best weapon getting hurt, and his best running back barely playing at all last year. And he finished second in the NFL in offensive efficiency for quarterbacks last year. That is an elite quarterback because they can carry a team by themselves. And yes, he's new to the elite tier, just like Sam Darnold. So I'm going to put him on the end.
According to PFF, he was the 4th best quarterback in the league last year.
I'm telling you, man, he's elite. And anyone who doesn't see it has not been watching him play.
And this is the thing. He had his best season by far, according to analytics, with a terrible offensive line. So that, to me, you got to give him like props for that because the line was not good.
He proved to me he was elite. And I wasn't even saying like he was going to be elite the year before. I was like, dude, he's good. Like, that's all I need. Be a good quarterback. Like, we've been spoiled so bad at the quarterback position. I didn't need him to be an MVP. Like, I just want him to be good. And he way exceeded my expectations. He was so good last year. He is an elite quarterback. But
his analytics are as good as pretty much almost as good as Mahomes' best seasons last year, even though the team didn't go to the Super Bowl and do all that. But again, analytic wise,
he had a pretty poor defense without Mike, a terrible defense. He had no offensive line. His best running back was hurt. His
no running
offensive weapon was hurt. And, and they still got receivers that are proving themselves, where our number one receiver, they let walk and didn't pay, which tells you how much they thought about him.
He was pretty much the whole team last year, other than Micah.
Jordan Love carried that team on his back and is absolutely elite. So you guys good with that?
And 3rd and long last year, they were in 3rd and long a lot because they couldn't run the ball. It was one of the best performances in history on 3rd and long. And he was in 3rd and long a lot.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 a lot.
His PFF rating is so high.
The freaking vaunted Matt LaFleur offense, 1st and 10 get 1 yard, 2nd and 9 get 1.5 yards. So it's like we were in 3rd and 7.5 so many times I can't even count.
And his ability to convert on 3rd and long is maybe the best in all history last year.
I'm saying I don't expect that to be repeatable because that's just crazy. Like,
and it's not repeatable, but it's just a good thing to point out that that's a really difficult position to be in. And he completed like great passes over and over from those.
Dude, there's a ton of people sleeping on Jordan Love this year, and I think that's why the Paul Farrington show got so kind of hounded for having Rodgers and Caleb in there, because like anyone who watched Jordan Love play last year could tell like he's got it. And their
rankings more just for giggles. It's not.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying he's elite. If you don't think so, watch more Packer games. Okay, Dave, it's your guy, Caleb Williams. Where is he?
Well, he's promising.
Okay.
He's between Coach Bump and promising.
I think he's right here. He's behind Drake, but him and Jaden, I think this year
that draft class right there.
Yeah,
I'm putting right in a row.
That's a great draft class, right? That is a great draft class. And I'm putting him ahead of Jaden because I think this year he's just, dude, with his coaching staff, with all the weapons they drafted, I just think he's in a much better situation. So he should be better this year than Jaden Daniels. So yeah, I think he fits right behind Drake May and right ahead of Jaden Daniels. And that is kind of cool.
With respect to Love being up there for elite, I remember Love's first game that he started against the Chiefs years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hype was so afraid because he's like, oh man, we're screwed. Rodgers is out. We're dead. And I said, no, I just watched that game. You guys, you got another one. This guy has the tools and whatnot. Knew that he had time to develop. And sure enough, Love is carrying his coach right now.
We all kind of knew he had the physical tools.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he has the big arm and like he can run a little bit, it's just that, being an actual like good starting quarterback is very hard. It takes a lot.
It was between the head and the processing, between the ears.
Well, Jordan Love's first season, he was here. Last season, he was here. And now he's here and he keeps ascending and he keeps getting better. And that's all I want to see, dude. Just keep getting better. Like, So,
here's another stat. Week 13 on, including the playoffs, Jordan Love was again like the 4th or 5th best quarterback. So at the end of the season, when the Packers team was not playing great, he was still at an elite level.
I mean, he had almost a perfect passer rating in that Bears game. Like he was fantastic. And like he had like 3 incompletions that got like knocked down or whatever, or 3 throwaways, excuse me, because he was running for his life behind that bad offensive line. So yeah, I mean,
who won that playoff game?
I can't remember.
Caleb.
The Sacramento.
It's a good note to end on. A Caleb.
Jordan
Love is elite now. Caleb, he's promising. I might need to see it for 2 more years before I can call it elite.
Yeah.
But we still got you in the playoffs, baby.
You did. Yeah, thanks to our vaunted defense and our kicking game. And Bears legend, Brandon McManus, Bears legend. So
Hey, we got to give Caleb credit. He knows to throw on Keyshawn Nixon. You know what I'm saying? Like he's at least smart enough to know
figured
to do
that out. He figured that out. So yeah, smart guy.
He was like, "Oh, Keyshawn's guarding this guy. Let's just throw it to that guy."
So that's gonna end the tier list, guys. But we got one more. Don't go anywhere. We got one more game we're gonna play where we're gonna build some teams. Okay. So I think this is going to be pretty fun. So let's add this to the stage. We're going to do something a little different. All right. So that was our QB tiers. You can put in the comments how smart we are because, we know more than everybody else. And obviously ours is correct and no one else's is. No, you can be mad all you want. And I forgot to show the comments, dude. And we got Eddie in the comments. Eddie, dude, thanks for watching. You're the man. Shout out to
the Beer Bowl show here
in the Natty with the Indiana Hoosiers and graduating from Cal today.
That's
so he
awesome.
went to a real school to get a degree, which is Cal, right? Don't get a degree from Indiana, folks. And then he went and won a Natty.
Aaron Rodgers went to Cal. Jared Goff went to Cal.
He also called him No Mix, which is fantastic because that is what I think. I'm not a huge Bo Nix fan, guys. But I've been saying this since before the draft. If Sean Payton could frickin' create a clone of Drew Brees, it would be Bo Nix. So it's a good marriage for both of them. So it's a really, really good marriage for both of them.
Yeah. Shout out to Eddie, who is a vet, and I found out yesterday that he used to be on military radio. So he's our Good Morning Vietnam buddy.
That's right, dude. What's the Good Morning Vietnam?
Adrian Cronauer.
Adrian Cronauer. So Eddie, we're gonna call you Eddie Cronauer from now on, okay? Because you're our Vietnam vet radio guy. And hey, while we got a moment here, we'll say it again at the end of the show. But a good friend of Doug's, friend of the show, is a Vietnam vet, or not a Vietnam vet. He's a disabled vet that won the Packer ticket lottery this year. He's been on the list since 1989, guys. He won the ticket lottery this year. He needs to pay for his tickets, his season tickets. So we put a GoFundMe link in the description below for this veteran that we really want him to get his season tickets this year. So if you guys could, if you watch the show, go in the description. The link is in there. Let's help the guy out.
Yeah,
Doug,
Justin Myers photo. He's in Wisconsin, an awesome guy, and I've known him for a while. Super, super nice guy. And dude, imagine being on that list since 1989. That is a long time.
That is a long time to wait and to finally win it. The dude's got to get his tickets, man. Got to get his tickets.
37 years that he's been waiting, and his dreams come true, and he just needs a little bit of help to be able to acquire the tickets.
Yeah,
Dougie, I've been waiting even longer than that for us to win a goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah,
well,
and you shall wait forever.
I suppose I'm not a vet, so
I hope you wait until I'm dead. All right, sorry. Not to be morbid. Okay, let's jump into this game. Hype, explain the game. What are we doing today?
Okay, so this is called Build an Offense for $15, and you have a budget. It's kind of like you're a GM of a team, and you get to decide between all the NFC North teams, who are you going to put on your team? And what's crazy is, you might want to have a discount at quarterback and say, oh, I can get, someone for a discount, but maybe not. You might not want JJ McCarthy as your quarterback, right? Yeah. Do you want Kyler Murray as your quarterback? And then so if you take someone high, like you take Jordan Love, now that's going to affect your ability to take someone else higher, like a Justin Jefferson. So you kind of have to weigh and balance what players are worth it more to you than others. And there's some gems in here, like young players that might be exciting, and everyone's going to have a different idea of who they want at what value.
Right. So, all right, let's start with you, Doug. So should we build a team together or should we build our individual teams? How do we want to do this?
Actually, it would be really fun to build a team together when we argue against each other.
Let's argue about it. Okay, let's argue because that's more fun. Because I know Dave wants to take Caleb and I won't fucking do it.
I got the one in roster, son.
Okay.
The shiniest piece out there. I'm going to start off with running back. I want Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's in a tier. I think he's a tier above everyone else. So I want to start there. So you take him. That only gives you about $10, right?
Yeah. But if you're going to spend $5
at a time, and so Dave picked Gibbs. So Derek, now you get to pick somebody.
Yeah, no, and I like that, Dave, because even though I was just talking up Jordan Love and I love him, if you're going to spend $5 on anybody on this list, Gibbs is the guy to spend it on. That's the right guy to spend it on. So that being said, though, I'm going to be sneaky because now that Dave spent all that money, I'm going to go over to the second wide receiver position. I'm going to take Matthew Golden for $1 because he's going to be fantastic this year. He's going to fill that Romeo Dobbs role. He is, for $1, he is going to be worth a ton of value. So Matthew Golden for $1. All right.
So that means we've spent $6. This is like an economics class, right? Dave probably loves this, right? Like we can do some math.
I got my spreadsheet right up above.
He's gonna say, I think we can do
Google
basic
Sheets.
addition, but we'll find out.
We have $9. Okay,
No, I'm looking at all my different combinations optimized.
we have $9 left. So it's like, if you take a Tucker Kraft, that means you can't take it. You might have a terrible quarterback, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like it's tough because like then if you take $5 and you only have $4 left.
Yep.
So like
so
hypothetically, if you took Tucker Kraft, then you'd have to probably go for Caleb and Tesla, right? Which is not what you want.
Think of it this way, Doug. There's 5 positions in $15, $3 average. So we're on that $3. Dave spent 5, I spent 1. So you can spend 3 all day, or we can go 4 and 2 and 3, right?
I think we got to take Caleb Williams at this point.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we?
Do we have to take
okay,
Caleb?
who are we going to? The thing
If
is,
I'm going to spend $3 right now, I'm spending it on Laporta, because Laporta at $3 is a steal, I feel like.
So Laporta is good at 3, but if you then take Luther Burden, that's 5, and then you go to Jared Goff. You're stuck with Tesla at that point.
Yeah, Tesla.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm saying. Now, if you go down to TJ Hawkinson, you can then go over to Luther Burden.
Now with Kyler Murray throwing him the ball.
Would you rather have Hawkinson or Komet at this point? I think Komet may have even had a better year.
Yeah, I'd take Komet. I don't know about that though, Dave, because like Hawkinson's still going to get targets. He's still going to get targets.
He's a little bit more of an athletic receiver guy.
Komet's going to get like
he's been hurt the last couple of years, right?
Yeah. I don't think Komet's going to get more than 25 catches, though, if I'm being honest. It might be 5 touchdowns in there, but I still think Hawk's going to get 50 to 60 catches. If I'm,
like,
I mean, are we building this to like
last year Hawkins? Well, and again, JJ discount, but he played 15 games and he only had 51 targets.
Yeah, that is kind of low. That is pretty low, honestly.
Hawkinson was elite tight end for like a minute, right? Like a couple years ago.
And I'm not trying to talk up Kyler Murray, but JJ McCarthy was throwing the football, so like you kind of have to throw that out the window.
But the year before with Sam Darnold, he only got 62 targets for 455 yards.
But
how many agree that Darnold had a good year that year, right?
That's true. All right. Well, how many did Komet get last year? How many did Komet get last year? Look that up for me. I bet it was like 35, maybe 40.
Komet's PFF is usually averages around 65, and Hawkinson averages around like 75. He's definitely better overall.
Yeah, but we're saying, is it worth the $1 to get TJ? Right?
Yeah, last year he only had 48 targets, 347 yards.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
okay, so if we pick Cole Kmet, then that means we can possibly afford Jordan Love.
Maybe we can take Jordan Love. I mean, I'll trade Hawkinson for Kmet if we take Jordan Love. Wait, okay,
all right. You know what? I get to pick next, right? So I'm going to take Cole Kmet then and let you guys decide the rest.
Okay, all right. So right now
that gets us at 7. Right?
So we got $7. So if
we got Gibbs, Golden, and Komet.
So so we've got $7, Dave, which means you can get your boy Luther Burden for $2, and then we can take
Jordan Love,
and then we take Jordan Love. Yes, that's the team right there.
That sounds good.
We spend the money where it matters, running back and quarterback, and then win it cheap everywhere else. So I'm good with that.
Everyone on that.
We went 2-1-1.
Okay, so review. Somehow we got ourselves Jordan Love and Jahmyr Gibbs on the same team.
Well, and honestly, we only spent $14. You guys, your math's wrong. 5 and 5, and then 2 for Burden, 1 for Golden. We can actually afford Hawkinson anyway, so let's take Hawkinson over Komet.
Yeah, okay, we can take Hawkinson then. Fine.
See, we can't do normal math. God damn it.
No, but you see, if we go Komet, then we get 2 Bears and 2 Packers, and then we get Gibbs. So
we're not taking Odunze over Golden. We're not doing it. You can have Burden.
No. Yeah,
Burden too.
Yeah, you have Burden. We'll take Golden and Hawkinson. Yeah. So Hawkinson, Matthew Golden, Luther Burden, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jordan Love. That's pretty good. Okay. Now let's do it one more time. But me and Doug can't pick any Packers players, and you can't pick any Bears players. Okay. So Dave, you start. No Bears players. Oh, and we can't pick anybody that we picked last time either. So we got to be really clever. Nobody we picked last time. So no Bears players for you, and we can't pick anybody we picked last time. Yeah.
Well, then here for the running back, I can't pick a Bear and I can't take Gibbs, so I got to go with Josh Jacobs.
Okay, you're gonna go Josh. All right, Doug, we spent $4. What do you want?
Oof. So So I think we have to go with Caleb at this point, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
I think
pick a
that's the smart
Packer,
move. I think Caleb for 3 is the smart
and
move.
I don't
there.
want to pick Goff for $4.
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
have to pick Caleb. There's no other option there. So I'm
Yep.
going Caleb.
Okay, so we've now spent 7. I feel like we should spend a good amount of money, and I feel like Amon-Ra St. Brown might not be a bad play here for $5. I can't pick
Then
a
we got
Packer.
$3 left. Because that'd be fine, but then I wouldn't be able to take Golden or Rome.
No, you can take Golden. You just can't pick a Bear. Oh, wait, we took him last time. Shit.
Yeah, that's where we took him last time.
Okay, so Doug could take Komet for $1 because we didn't take him last time. Oh, shit, you can't take Rome. Okay, I'll switch it up. I won't take him on St. Brown. I can't take Luther. I don't want Tesla. I guess I could take Jameson or... Nah, Jordan Addison isn't worth 3. You know what? I'll take Rome Odunze for $2. Okay?
Okay.
I'll take Rome for 2. So that means we got Caleb at 3, Rome for 2, so that's $5. Josh Jacobs, we're at $9. So we got $3 or $6 total. So Dave, now you can take Reed at $3, Laporta at $3, right? We could do both of those, or you could take Tucker Kraft and Isaiah Tesla. So Isaiah Tesla. All right. So Dave, who's it going to be?
All right. So we got $6. Yeah, I can't take Jameson because that'd leave us with Hawkinson. Don't want to do that. I don't know that you would take. Yeah, that'd force you to take Cole Kmet.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's not bad. Williamson and Cole Kmet isn't bad, but Laporta and Reed, I think, is a better combo, don't you?
Yeah, that's where I was just looking through. So yeah, I think
now Doug can't take Jaden Reed though, so you would have to take him.
Oh yeah, I'd take Jaden Reed. I think Jaden Reed and Rome Odunze would be an interesting game.
And then Doug, you'd have to take Laporta.
So I'd take Laporta.
I mean, you could take Kmet if you wanted to spend $1. It's up to 15.
I would guess Laporta.
Yeah. Now that team's good, but I think our first team's better. But that team's still good. That's still a good team.
Oh,
so. All right.
Well, here's another question. Which player on here is the best value at their price?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Because you could argue Caleb at $3, right? But you could also argue like
I think Laporta at $3 is a steal.
That's pretty good.
Before his injury, he was like the second highest tight end in the NFL in like targets and yards. So like I think he was first in targets, second in yards. So like $3 is a steal. But again, coming off an injury. Ben Johnson is gone, so you know how Ben Johnson loves his tight ends and football players, but mostly.
But he is also getting Trey McBride's offensive coordinator,
right?
So he threw to him.
So
I think
that's why I traded for him.
I know. So yeah, I think Laporta is going to have another great year. He's going to get a lot of targets, even with Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams there. Yeah, I think Laporta is going to be able to eat some this year. So
I think so too.
I think Christian Watson is pretty good for $4 if he continues his last year because he was the sixth best wide receiver according to PFF all of last year.
And honestly, I think Luther and Rome at $2 are both really good values. I mean, I think one of them is going to eat more than the other this year. We'll see how it goes. But for $2, you can't really go wrong on either of those two. I think that's a really good value for both of those. Who's the most overpriced on the list?
Aaron Jones?
I don't know. No, it's Jameson Williams at $4. And Jameson Williams is a good football player, but at $4, I think there
wasn't any other obvious $4 player. No, I should take this. PFF has him rated only like a couple slots below Watson for their rankings of him. But part of that is because the Lions offense like manufactured stuff for him constantly. They kept throwing him screen passes. He's athletic, but they kept on manufacturing plays for him as opposed to like him getting open on his own a lot. So,
but I think you also can say that he commanded a lot of targets. All right. Second half of the season, he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6 games. He got 8 targets or more.
That's why I'm saying they had set plays for him to throw him like swing passes and screens a lot of stuff like that. And
were you able to find what the ADOT was for those targets?
That he can do that.
No, he's a good player. I just think if I'm going to spend $4 on a receiver, I probably wouldn't take Watson either. I think I'd be more comfortable spending the extra $1 to bump it up to Amon-Ra or Justin. Like I couldn't justify spending $4 on Jameson if I could spend one more $1 and get one of those guys.
But that's
what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, so it's more on a position thing. Like, for example, I think DeAndre Swift at $3 is way better than getting Williams at $4 as well. But it's just he is the third best running
I'd
back.
honestly rather save myself $2 on Burden over Williams.
Yeah, I agree. And use it somewhere else. Yep. I agree.
They do use Luther Burden similarly, where they do a lot of set plays for him.
And I'd rather have Matthew Golden at $1 than Christian Watson at $4, so I could spend the money on Jordan Love or Jahmyr Gibbs or whatever, right? Because that wide receiver, like for me, wide receiver is either you go big or you go small. You don't try to play around like at $4 or $3
because your quarterback can overcome the wide receiver.
100%. Yep. I think I agree. I totally agree. Well, that was fun. We did it.
Personally, you're handcuffed because you can't pick Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy to be your quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
and as much as I love Tucker Kraft too, I'd never spend $5 on a tight end in this scenario. I couldn't.
Before Tucker Kraft got hurt, he was leading the league in receiving yards, I think.
Oh, 100%. But it's still tight end is still not as important as quarterback or running back. It's just not. You spend your money in those positions, I feel like.
But a really good tight end can be better than wide receiver because they're also blocking and doing other stuff, right?
All right, new game. We have to take Tucker Kraft at $5.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we have to take Tucker Kraft at $5. What do we do? So I'll go first. Tucker Kraft, $5. Dave, what are we doing? No rules. Pick whoever you want.
No rules. Pick whoever you want. Shit. Can't pick Gibbs just because that's $10 and that drains everything else.
Can't do it, dude. Swift at $3 though. Swift at $3.
What's that?
Swift at $3.
That's what I was kind of thinking because let's try Swift at $3.
All right, Swift
just
at $3.
To see what happens.
Doug, what do you want to do? So
all
we're
right,
at $8. We got $7. We got $7 left. We can take Jordan Love again and just take Tesla and Golden.
I'm not against it. So we have, we've blown half our budget already. I think we have to take Matthew Golden at this point, regardless of what's happening.
We got Tucker Kraft at $5, Golden at $1, Swift at $3. So now we've spent $9.
So now you have $9. Now you can kind of do whatever you want.
So we can go 3 and 3, Jaden Reed, Kalen Williams, or we can go Jared Goff, who I'll take at $4, and then you can take Luther Burden with $2.
Yeah,
right. I think that's a good team, right? And we get Goff in there. Got to take him once.
We took Jared Goff.
So we got Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift, Luther Burden, Matthew Golden, right in a row there, just going down like pinochle or something.
Burden and Golden are very popular.
Tucker Kraft at the top. It starts over. That's interesting how that works out. So I still like our first team the best, but we did it. Yeah. We made a team with a $5 tight end. We did.
Now hold on. Let me remove this and load. I'm gonna load a different one.
Okay.
All right, real quick, because this was kind of a lot of fun. So there's a different one I have that is really fun. This one is more fun because you can pick almost anybody, right?
Okay.
So this is the Packers all time.
Yeah.
Phil
thinks we're high. Is that because we took Tucker Kraft or just because we hate everything? I don't know what it is.
But this is more fun because there's viable options at every single position that would be acceptable. You know what I mean? So now it's much more about your opinion of what style player you want.
And we got this from Eddie, who also said Cousins' agent is the greatest agent ever agent in any agency of agents. And that is correct. That is a factual statement. The greatest agent to ever agent in any agency of agents ever. So
also,
it's true,
if anybody's watching this on replay, like Soder or other fans, you know what I'm saying? Please tell us how terrible we're doing or great we're doing.
Dude, that's why these games are fun, because nobody is ever going to agree, because there's just so many different options. So that's why I like
the thing too is that a lot of people might have very different opinions on how good Antonio Freeman is. They might forget that he used to return kicks for touchdowns, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And he also had the record for the longest touchdown in the Super Bowl for many years. So there's a lot of players that you remember in different ways that might not match up with how good they actually are.
Yep. Okay, this is a historical Packer thing. This is actually kind of cool.
But it has current Packers too. Christian Watson.
Wait, Ron Kramer's not a tight end, is he? I thought he was a guard.
Ron Kramer. You're thinking of Jerry Kramer.
Oh, I am thinking of Jerry Kramer.
Ron Kramer was a tight end.
That's right. I forgot.
And Paul Kaufman was one of the big tight ends in the 60s that was very good.
Yep.
And Tucker Kraft's in there. Jermichael Finley, Bubba Franks. Bubba Franks edged out what's his name?
Mark Chimura. Because
Yeah.
like I feel like we should get rid of Jermichael Finley and put Mark Chmura on there.
Yeah,
like
a
no one's
million
taking
percent.
Jermichael Finley at
No,
$2
ever.
for like his 1.5 years of not. sucking.
That's totally legit. I agree. We could put Chmura on there and just
Eddie,
like,
fix
Michael
this,
Finley.
fix this. So I don't know. I don't know if he made it, but okay.
No, I made this one, but that's just because Jermichael Finley was like one of the more recent guys, I guess.
I get it.
But Chmura
I
had
would
3
like
Pro
to
Bowls.
have-
So yeah.
Yeah, you got to put Chewy on there. I
Him
feel
and
like.
Bubba Franks both had 3 Pro Bowls.
Yeah. No, Bubba, I get Bubba being on there. I don't know why he's below Jermichael, but I think it should go Chmura at $2, Bubba at $1. That's just my personal opinion.
I made this thing very quickly, so I was hard.
Yeah.
I didn't make it.
And the fact that Jordy Nelson and Antonio Freeman are both $3 is like criminal because Jordy is so much better than Antonio.
Dude,
Freeman.
you were forgetting how good Antonio Freeman was, I think.
Am I? Because I feel like Antonio Freeman also had like a year and a half of being great and 2 years of making me mentally crippled because he made so many mistakes. So I don't know, dude. But either way, hey, you can't make a perfect list.
His peak
right.
better than Donald Driver. Donald Driver was consistently good, but Freeman was better than Driver. So it's like, who do you put it for?
All right, I'm going to start because I'm going to take my favorite Packer of all time because him at $4 is a steal. Sterling Sharp. Go. $4. Right. Sterling Sharp. Dave, your turn. One of the greatest wide receivers I've ever seen. His career got cut short.
He could easily be a $5 wide receiver, but you got Devontae.
Oh, yeah. No, and I get why Don Hudson's up there. I get that. He like changed a lot of the game, and yeah, I get that.
He was the Jerry Rice of like, the 50s.
He was the white rice, we'll call him.
Yes.
And he played defense. He was also all-pro defense safety for many years, too.
Well, my dad was a deputy sheriff, so I'm all about the click it or ticket Donald Driver. Safety, kids.
Oh,
always use protection, especially
like
in the back seat.
Hey, wide receivers knocked out. We spent $6.
And
right?
Donald Driver's a good dancer. He won Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, dude, Donald Driver, great shout, Dave. All right, Dougie, you're up. We spent $6.
All right, $6. That's pretty good. I think I got to go with Tucker Kraft on this list right now.
At 3, okay.
Yeah, because he's only $3, and he was leading the league in receiving last year.
Yep.
And I don't want to go any lower than that. I mean, Bubba Franks at $1 is pretty good.
I think Tucker Kraft at $3 is a steal. I could live with Bubba Franks at 1 too, but it depends. Now, here's the question: do you want to spend $5 on prime Aaron Rodgers, or do you want to sneak down to like Bart Starr, Jordan Love area? Because here's the real question: the running backs for me. Okay, so you took Tucker Kraft, so which means I've got $6 to work with.
Lynn Dickey's a total fine answer also.
But okay, dude, Aaron Jones for $3 is a good deal. Amon Green for $4 is a good deal. But Josh Jacobs for $1? Ooh, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Dorsey Levens for $2. Oh man. Okay. Okay.
Here's much harder.
You know what? Just because I want prime Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to make Dave take him. Josh Jacobs, $1.
Dave can pick anyone he wants. He can pick.
I don't gotta go.
Come on, Dave.
I gotta blow all 15. I got a budget. I'm saving for retirement, son. For the Bears one for the next one. Give me some love.
Yeah.
Always taking Jordan Love at $2.
All right. Well, then I'll switch to
Rodgers and Favre. Favre is going to drive you crazy. Rodgers is going to drive you crazy in the post game. I'll take Love.
Okay. Fair. I'll bump up to Amon Green then.
So you're gonna switch it to the old Amon Green. Nobody's taking any Jim Taylor fullback action on this. It's
no,
okay.
I love Jim Taylor, but I think at $5, I'd rather spend that.
We could also put the golden boy on there too. Paul Hornung could be on the list, but
yeah, I kind of feel like just no disrespect to Dorsey Levens, but I almost feel like Paul Hornung should be there instead of Dorsey Levens or Josh Jacobs.
Sure,
right?
but
I feel like he should be.
Yeah,
but it's it's different eras though too. It's nice to have guys from different eras. Like all 5 of those running backs are different eras. Yes. All 5 of those quarterbacks are different eras.
I wanted guys from different eras.
Yeah.
So like, I want Jim Taylor and Paul Hornung on this.
Yeah. I think that's fair because you want to do different eras. And so, wide receiver, Devontae, Jordy, and Donald kind of all like kind of mixed together, but they were still kind of different eras. Greg was before that. Randall Cobb was in there too. I mean, we didn't have a huge history of good wide receivers until like,
Favre. Yeah, James Lofton's on there too.
But I feel like instead of Randall Cobb, there's a certain wide receiver that used to rap about jumping in the stands that you could have put up there.
Robert
for $1.
Brooks.
Yeah, I feel like you could have put Robert Brooks up there for $1.
You're right. He was in that commercial too, where he's like, "Where's my breakaway speed?"
Like from that era, because like there isn't a lot of like there's Antonio Freeman, right? Obviously, but like there isn't a ton of other guys from that era. in the Favre era. So it'd be cool to see Robert.
Yeah,
Brooks
Robert
up
Brooks
there.
could be on there.
Yep.
And
Robert
of course,
Brooks
we
would be a good
mentioned
shout.
Chewy
Yep.
at tight end, probably instead of Jermichael Finley, because he could block and he could catch lots of touchdowns.
Yeah.
But if you look at Chewy, he kind of had 2 or 3 years where he had a bunch of touchdowns, but that was it. And he didn't have a whole lot of yards. So
no, but he still, I think, had a better Packer career than Jermichael Finley. Like,
yeah.
No doubt
as far as blocking and he caught a lot of touchdowns.
Hot tub included.
Hot tubs with Brett. I mean, if you're going to hang out with Brett Favre in a hot tub illegally, probably.
Okay. But here's the question. We were alive during Don Mikowski, so Magic Man could have been at $1, right? But Lynn Dickey, I think, did have a better career than Don
Lynn
Mikowski.
Dickey did have a better career, but I think Mikowski had, like, the Packers had been bad for so long. Like, we were kids in 1989. We were still young.
In our head, he was like the guy that
like Packer fans were so excited when the Packers were finally good again, and Mikowski kind of like brought that back, that like he's forever entrenched in Packer history as like a hero, almost, even though he was only good for like a year, and then he got hurt and Brett Favre became our quarterback right after. So like there's just this nostalgia about Mikowski.
Lynn Dickey in 1983
was a better player. He was a better player.
So in 1983, Lynn Dickey threw for 4,400 yards and was the Associated Press number 5 for MVP.
Yep.
And Mikowski had a year where he is second in MVP, but I think Lynn Dickey actually had more yards and more stats and more stuff.
Yeah, in 89, Mikowski only threw for 43-18.
So like I'm saying, Lynn Dickey is in, and Mikowski could be kind of
and
I could see that argument.
It's just Dickey had more success over a longer time.
Yeah, and then Dickey ran into the Bears, so he became irrelevant.
Yeah, and no, Lynn Dickey was a better quarterback. He just was.
Yeah.
He just didn't have
he had a good
around
year. He had a really magical year, you know.
And when I put that on there also because I knew on the show yesterday Soder would be there, and he immediately was like, "Give me Lynn Dickey." You know, there's a lot of Lynn Dickey truthers out there that love the guy.
Yeah, hey for $1, right? So
because he was on a lot of teams that were really bad, and even though the team was terrible, he still was like, you know,
he was still good. He did have James Lofton, and who was their tight end? Maybe Soder would know.
They had their second receiver was good, decent too.
Yeah. That was kind of before our time. That like Mikowski's like when I started paying attention to football. So maybe that's why
we're old enough to really like zone.
Yeah, that's kind of why I remember him finally, because like I just noticed all of our family was like really excited, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, Mikowski. I'm like, oh, okay. And where Dave's family, you know, also Packer fans, made sure to hide the Bears' success from him for years. So we don't know how he became a Bears fan, but you know,
so John Jefferson was wait, I take that back. Yeah, John Jefferson, the other guys, it was basically just James Lofton there that was really the other receiver that was good.
Yeah. Yep. So shout out to Lynn Dickey. Definitely truthers out there love him. Yeah. And Paul Kaufman was the tight end that you had on the list as well, right? Paul Kaufman.
Oh yeah.
Was the tight end. Yeah. So but anyway, that's fun. You know, that would be fun to do for the Bears, but I think as Doug mentioned before, we should probably do it for their defensive players, not their offensive players.
Oh yeah, defense would be amazing. For quarterback, it's tough to find.
Yeah,
you have Caleb Cutler, and
I mean running back would be really easy to fill. Really easy to fill. I think tight end would be pretty easy to fill. Ditka, Olsen, Komet, even
wide receiver would be tough.
Wide receiver would be a little tough. Brandon Marshall and somebody else.
You get him for like 3 years.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that just kind of stopped in there. And
quarterback.
And Muhsin Muhammad would not make the list.
I mean, and this is the problem if you did a Bears offense is like you'd have to put like McMahon at like $4, and you're like, why would I spend $4 on Jim McMahon? Do you know what I mean? Like, but like he is like your second best.
He might be $3. Yes,
you might have to put Caleb at $5, dude, because like he might be your best court. Like even after just
Cutler
2
might
years.
be 5, and Caleb might be 4.
Do you want to go? You guys
Caleb
want to know the Bears' all-time reception leaders? Number 1 is Walter Payton. Number 2 is Matt Forte.
Get the hell out of here! In total receptions for their career,
number
1 and
3
2 are
Johnny
running
Morris.
backs.
Number 4 is Booker. 5 is Mike Ditka.
Dude.
I don't know if any of those are wide receivers even.
Run the ball, play defense. That's what the Bears do. So
okay, the most receiving yards in one season, Brandon Marshall did have 1,500 yards in 2012.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall had some good years with Jake.
Right, but though, like Dave said, like these guys would show up for like 3 years, and then that was you know.
But like as far as like running backs go, if you had to pick a team in the NFL with like a running back history, I think the Bears have the best running back history.
Oh yeah,
out of any
we
team.
have a pretty solid stable.
I would think so, dude. Like,
They
so
would be
Gale
top
Sayers,
five.
Gale Sayers, Walter Payton are two of the best ever, and like then you add in guys like Forte. I feel like I'm missing somebody, Dave. I'm missing like one other really like Bronco Nagurski or something that you guys had back in the day. Like, I don't know, but the Bears have a pretty good running back history.
Yeah, Neil
So,
Anderson was fairly short-lived, but he was a lot of fun.
yeah, Neil Anderson for a little while.
Yeah, you pretty much called it out with Nagurski as well. So
Yeah, he was a beast back in the day. I mean, before our time, but you know, he was a beast back in the day. So
there's
like,
a couple teams that had like two good ones, like Marshall Faulk, Eric Dickerson on the Rams. The Cowboys had Dorsett and Emmitt Smith, right?
yeah. No, the Cowboys are a shout for running back too. No doubts there.
Yep.
Even though, you know, Emmett kind of
the
just
Cowboys,
ran behind gigantic
the giant
holes.
offensive line.
Yeah. So all-time rushing yards for the Bears, Walter Payton 16,726. It's a decent amount. Matt Forte 2. Dude, Neil Anderson's 3, Dave. So 6,000 yards. Ricky Caceres, Gale Sayers, David Montgomery, Thomas Jones, Jordan Howard, Anthony Thomas.
Here you can show it.
And Bronco Nagurski's down there at 20. He only had 2,700 yards, but different.
Well, he is a fullback
you know,
though, so
and he only played 97 games. So like, he definitely was a fullback. But dude, 4.4 a carry. I mean, that's the third best on the entire list. 4.4 a carry. That's pretty good, dude. I'd take that. So 0 fumbles. Did they not count those? Bronco Nagurski finished his career with 0 fumbles. Well, that's a bad dude.
Well, if anybody tried jumping on the ball and it spilled out, he just punch them, bludgeon them until they let it go.
Yeah.
Different time.
Share that? Sorry, I didn't mean to share that. Anyway, but yeah, no, cool history for running backs for the Bears. Not so cool for quarterback, but I think it would be better to do a defensive one for the Bears because that would be really cool and interesting.
Yes.
Right? That'd be really cool and interesting. And in a lot of these games too, it is always offensive guys. So being a defensive guy myself, I'd love to just do a defensive one. So maybe we'll do that next time. But it's been an hour and a half. Everybody that showed up, everybody that watched the show, thank you so much. Remember to check the description for our friend Doug. What's his name again? Our friend
Justin Myers.
Justin Myers, who needs his season tickets. All right, so go ahead to GoFundMe, help him out. But have a great holiday, everybody. Tomorrow, relax with your families, drink beer, and remember, the Bears will always suck. So.